Last week, I had the pleasure of quizzing International Master Richard Pallister about his new book, Unlock Your Chess Creativity. You can buy it online for new in chess, quality chess, forward chess, and no doubt your favourite local supplier. Love the cover. It's a bit rock and roll, a bit Kerrang. So in this book, Richard features 6 English players. Tony Miles, John Nunn, Jonathan Spielman, Nigel Short, Michael Adams and Matthew Sadler. In their own ways, all highly original and highly creative players. He examines some splendid games of theirs and also tests the reader with specially selected positions. Apart from anything else, this is a great compendium of some of the best of English chess. That's got to be something. I've taken a short excerpt from our chat where we looked at the finish of the game between Michael Adams and Alexander Morozevich. I think you'll enjoy this. And here's a challenge for you. Can you spot my deliberate error in calculation? Let me know. How would you describe Michael Adams' style?
Apart from very strong?
Apart from very strong. Very good.
Well, obviously, we often refer to him as the spider due to his sort of ability to essentially stop his opponents being able to do anything. And certainly, when I've played him, I've found that you can easily run other moves quite quickly, or good moves, that is. So in some ways, he is quite restrictive, but at the same time, he's just an extremely strong classical player.
For me, talking about originality, for me, he's a very original English player because hardly anyone in England plays like him.
Exactly.
And he came out sort of fully formed. As a kid, he was playing like this, sort of creeping forward and, picking off squares, finding nice squares for his pieces, restricting his opponent in a very Karpovian way. And that is very unusual in England. And yeah, he didn't have some kind of chess coach that brought him up from, very young years. So it was all sort of self-discovery, as with actually all these English players, which I think is very interesting. So we're jumping in to the middle of a game that Michael Adams played against Alexander Morozevich, Sarajevo 2000. So, white to play. What did Michael Adams play next?
In some ways, not a very Mickey move, but in other ways, just a very strong move.
Yeah.
Whilst we can connect the word gumption with Jonathan Rowson and his books, we might also say that here, Mickey probably talked to his pieces on the king's side.
Okay, let's see what people make of it. Orc 1046 says, to Mickey seems like a Capablanca type of player. I think Mickey plays more attacking chess than someone like Capablanca or Karpov, actually. There's talk about that he's Karpovian. Yeah, of course, that kind of manoeuvring that we think of as Karpovian. But actually, in this game, we're going to see a superb kingside attack. And actually, I think of Mickey as playing some beautiful kingside attacks, for example, on the white side of Sicilian. There's quite a few of those, actually.
Yeah, there's one in the book against Topalov.
Yeah.
I think the other thing I'd say about Mickey is he's also extremely hardworking. It's maybe not obvious, but both in terms of work at home and preparation and also at the board, he works extremely hard.
In terms of his preparation? That's interesting. Yes. I don't think of that particularly.
These days, certainly. Maybe not when he's very young, but certainly more recently.
Okay, that's interesting. Because, for me, Mickey has always played those kind of... I was going to say compromise openings. Openings that don't, he doesn't try to blow you off the board when you're playing if he's playing with white, he plays like an open Sicilian, but perhaps with bishop e2. He's not the kind of classic, thumping English attack kind of player.
Well, I guess when he was young, though, he was playing the Marshall as black all the time in the Lopez.
Well, that's true. Although, how often did he get the Marshall? That's the thing.
Back then, though, quite a bit.
Well, maybe. Yeah, true. Yeah. No, I mean, as I said, I don't. He's not afraid to attack, but it comes from. It's quite steady. We got knight f6 check suggested by Richard. Apparently this one doesn't work. According to your analysis.
I think we can just take that and then drop the bishop back.
Yeah.
And everything is defended.
Yeah, but tricky. But instead of knight f6, well, as several have pointed out, in fact, g4. Yeah, just incredibly direct. So Black actually played rook a7. Morozevich played rook a7, but if rook takes, then white simply breaks open the king side. I suppose this is all about time, isn't it? That black's pieces are just too far away. They just don't connect. So that...
Yeah, especially the rook on a5, especially.
And basically white is breaking in. Yeah. It's too much. Okay, so let's see the game. So rook a7. And now you write that queen g3 would have been very strong, but in fact Mickey played king h1, which I like a lot.
Also a strong move.
Yeah, very. And rook g1. Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic how in the space of just a handful of moves, he's managed to concentrate all his pieces on the king side. It's brilliant. Okay, we'll hand this one over to our viewers. Okay, so white play. What did Mickey do next? I have to say, looking at this position, I have a funny feeling there's going to be more than one way to win this one. So, white play. What are you going to do, folks? It's gone very quiet out there.
All the pieces have been invited to the party and all the pieces are there, so we don't need to bring any more in.
Yeah. But there must be more than one way to win this.
I would assume, yeah, there is.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, that's interesting. Omkar says knight e4 looks good. Well, I wasn't thinking of that one, but hey, I quite like it. I suspect that's very good, actually. Okay, so if we do this, and then I suppose this is your idea, Omkar. And then in... Oh, we can mate straight away, can't we? We can play rook g8. That'll do. Yeah. Okay, knight e4 looks good.
Nice.
I was thinking knight f6. That must be good as well. But in fact, Mickey played knight takes g7. Yeah, we've got a few that wanted knight g7. And yes, if king takes, this didn't happen, but that's pretty clear. And the game went like this: queen c3, and knight takes bishop. Okay, white was a piece up with more to come, basically. Yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, to arrive at this position from this position is pretty extraordinary. I mean, obviously black had to clear this one up. But yeah, Mickey just judged that he had time to do this. But it is extraordinary that Black just can't defend here. So it's very well judged.